Hello guys. So in this session we are going to learn how to integrate GitHub Copilot with VS Code. Okay. So the VS Code means Visual Studio Code, right? Okay. So let's start. So first of all, let's understand what is GitHub Copilot. So GitHub Copilot is an AI-powered code completion tool that developed by GitHub in collaboration with OpenAI, and it acts as an intelligent coding assistant, offering real-time code suggestion as you type, and trained on massive corpus to public code. And Copilot helps developer write code faster, discover new patterns, and reduce repetitive tasks by generating boilerplate code and function suggestions, and even full code block, all based on your current context. That's the simple and short information about GitHub Copilot. So let's start to integrate GitHub Copilot with VS Store Code, that means Visual Studio Code. So first of all, you need to install open Visual Studio Code. Okay. So before installing Copilot, you need to have VS Code installed, and this based on your operating system like Windows, Mac OS, Linux, whatever you want. Okay. So as you can see here, I have successfully installed my VS Code. You can see right now I am in my VS Code. Okay. Okay. The next step is let's install the GitHub Copilot extensions. Okay, so we need to install the extension. So first of all, open your Visual Studio Code, click on this extension, and here search GitHub Copilot. As you can see here, GitHub Copilot, click on it and click on install. So as you can see, it's successfully installed. And if you install GitHub Copilot, the GitHub Copilot chart will be automatically installed. You can see auto update successfully installed is also GitHub Copilot and GitHub the Copilot chart. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. This is the page of GitHub Copilot. So now I'm going to close. Okay. So we have successfully installed GitHub Copilot, right? Okay. Now the next step is let's sign into GitHub. So we need to sign into our GitHub. So how? So once install your GitHub Copilot, you will be prompted to sign in. So click on sign in main prompt. A browser will or open asking you to log into your GitHub accounts, and after signing, click on authorize GitHub Copilot to link it to your VS Code, and you will be redirect back and Copilot will active automatically. Okay, so let's start. So as you can see here in right side, if I click on, you can see set up to use Copilot, because I have before I have used this Copilot, so that's why here we need to sign into your use Copilot. So I'm going to click on sign into my use Copilot in GitHub. So use continue with GitHub. So as you can see, it will redirect to page to log in my GitHub account, but I'm going to use Chrome. So that's why here I'm going to enter in Chrome. So as you can see, select to authorize authentication, Visual Studio Code, sign in as DevOps. So my GitHub account name is DevOps. As you can see here, I have successfully logged into my GitHub account. You can see my GitHub account, right? So yes, sign into DevOps. Click on continue. Okay. So now if I click on right again, as you can see now we have successfully logged into our GitHub. You can see Copilot uses, chat messages, workspace, and so on. Code completion if you want, back down, and next edit. So you can select this whatever you want. Okay, okay, it's done. Now if I click on it, and as you can see in this DevOps in GitHub. If you want to sign out after that, you can sign out from here. Now We have successfully connect to our DevOps scene, that means connect to our GitHub Copilot. Okay, so we have successfully signed in to GitHub account. Okay. Okay. After that, configure your Copilot setting. You can tailor Copilot behavior, match your preference, like go to the settings via here in icon, file preference settings here. Okay, and in search bar, type GitHub Copilot. Adjust the options such as enable, disable inline suggestions, configuration behavior for specific language, enable multi-suggestion modes, and these settings allow you to control how and when Copilot interact with your code. Okay. Okay, it's done. We have successfully built the settings. Okay. Now the next is let's start using GitHub Copilot. So how to start? So first of all, you are all set. Okay. So here is how to begin. So first of all, open or create a file. For example, .py, .js, .java, etc. Okay. So here I'm going to create a new file and I'm going to save this file with sample.html. Click on save. Okay. So my file name is sample and my file is HTML file. Okay. Okay. So here how here first of all open and create. Okay, we have successfully created a file with the name sample.html and now press Ctrl plus I to start Copilot. So here Control plus I. So ask Copilot. Okay. After that, you can ask it to generate a code for you. For example, generate a HTML code for login page. So let's create. So let's enter the message. Generate a HTML code for login page. Click on enter. As you can see, it's working. Okay. Now as you can see, the HTML code for login page. You can see it's done. That's the HTML code for login page. Sorry. Okay, so let's save this file. Okay, and let's check. So our file name is sample.html. So let's check the login page. As you can see the login page of HTML that we have just created. You can see sample.html that we have successfully saved here. Okay, now, okay. And the other one, generate a HTML code for a home page of any school library. Now, as you can see, it's generating the HTML page for home page. Any school library, you can see it generating. Okay, it's done right now. Right. So let's save this file and let's open our sample.html and let's open. As you can see, the page of school library, home, catalog, workbooks, events, contacts, and so on the details. This login page, if I refresh it, because now we have generated the school library page. Sorry, here. Right. So that's the Copilot. And if you want to chat here, you can see you can enter here also. So you can chat from here also. Right. Okay. So that's it. That's the GitHub Copilot. You can see, right? So in this session, we have learned how to integrate GitHub Copilot with VS Code. Okay, so first of all here, sorry. In this session, we have learned how to integrate GitHub Copilot with VS Code. Okay. So first of all, here we have successfully installed these GitHub Copilot extensions, then GitHub Copilot chat, right? After that, we have successfully logged into our GitHub. Okay. You can see here is sign in page, but here I'm going to use Chrome. So that's why here I'm going to use here launch in Visual Studio Code. So you will be redirected in a few moments. Okay. So here we have successfully logged into our GitHub, right? Okay. Then after that here configure Copilot settings and then start using GitHub Copilot, right? So it's done, right? And after that, here you can see let's review Copilot suggestions carefully while Copilot is powerful and it is essential too. Okay. Okay. So it's done. After that, if you want to sign out, then click on it and click on DevOps hint here. This is my username and GitHub and click on sign out. So the account DevOps hint has been used by GitHub Copilot chat and GitHub Copilot. So sign out from this extension. Click on sign out. As you can see now, it's successfully signed out. You can see here. Now it's asked to sign in the use Copilot, and after that, if I click on it and click here, there is no any account for GitHub. If you want, then click on sign into GitHub Copilot, right? Okay, so it's done. So thank you for watching and I hope you understand.